Let's talk Texas A&M at LSU. Going to Baton Rouge. How do I feel about this game as an Aggie? I mean, there is a chance that we talked about Bo Nix potentially having a Heisman game here. There is a chance that Jaden Daniels has the Heisman game of Heisman games here. We're talking maybe 7 total touchdowns, maybe 8 total touchdowns. This could be catastrophic for this Texas A&M secondary, which has struggled all year. Granted, the Texas A&M defense locked down Jaden Daniels last year in this game. He was at home at Kyle Field, but the defensive line got after them. They couldn't run the ball. They boxed Jaden Daniels. And this linebacking core is much improved from last year's linebacking core. So I imagine that Edgerrin Cooper is going to be spying. They're going to be taking their turns, Toyin York, Edgerrin Cooper. But Jalen Henderson, for how good he's played for Texas A&M these past 2 games, he's not ready.
Not the guy to exploit this secondary. The way to beat LSU this year is to outscore him, and
Yes.
Jalen Henderson's not going to be able to do that. As good as your defense has been in games, and I repeat that, in certain games and moments, right? I don't trust DJ Jerkin to really be able to lock down Jaden Daniels. Nobody's done that outside of Florida State in one half.
The defense has struggled on the road at times.
At times.
For
3 years now.
Well, yeah. Well, a lot of that's offensive buffoonery. But at the same time, you look Miami game, the defense struggled, the secondary struggled. Ole Miss, the secondary struggled big time. So I just, if A&M's going to win, they need to make those plays in the secondary, those huge negative plays they need to get, the sacks, the stops and the rushes, and then they need explosive plays from their guys on offense. Evan Stewart, we'll see if he's active, potentially not active. I just don't think Jalen Henderson's got. Give me LSU minus 11.5. I know I've been taking the favorites here. These are all home favorites.
That's the thing.
So give me the home favorite in this rivalry. LSU, Jaden Daniels got a sour taste in his mouth from last year. And he's also got a Heisman Trophy here on the line. Whereas Texas A&M, I don't know what they're playing for right now. They're playing for Elijah Robinson. I'll tell you that. They are playing for Elijah Robinson.
They're playing for him. And honestly, like some of those guys, like, yeah, the transfer portal might be their future for a lot of those marquee guys. But like at the same time, like maybe, but you're trying to put on good tape no matter what. Like these guys aren't going to go out there and lay a dud or protest against, Texas A&M. They're going to go out here. They're going to play their rivals. They're going to put on good tape. NFL draft, NIL stuff, transfer portal, like, and they went to the next coach. Like this game matters for these players there, and for the fan base, both fan bases here. 11.5 is a lot to lay, especially with the talent that A&M has, which is crazy how high this line is. Because if you understand how the way that lines work, and you see how high Texas A&M's roster is power rated, this is a big time line for them. I don't know if they've been this big of dogs in a long time.
Well, actually, this was the line last year.
But this is also, it was 4-7. Texas A&M going and playing the SEC West champs, but and it was actually at home, which is interesting too. But yeah, Jaden Daniels is going to be a monster this game.
Yeah,
I do think the running game is really going to get you. I think A&M's going to try and pick their poison and try to get after Jaden Daniels, whatever. And I think Diggs and the fellas and Daniels with the legs as well. Logan Diggs, Daniels, and John Emery going to get after for LSU.
Yeah. Now, if there's a bright spot to look at for A&M fans out there, I know there are some out there. I think I'm over on picking A&M games this year.
That's true.
I am way above positive on picking games, ATS, and of course straight up this year on this show. And but I am over on A&M games. I have had zero read on any of these games, and I watch every single one, every single play. I'm at every home game. So if there's any hope for you guys, it's the fact that I have been wrong the entire year about this Texas A&M team.